cuss and drink beers and slobber on each other and tell stupid stories? Do you miss that at all?
We're way classier than you're making us sound. No, we're not.
Marco Andretti joining us here in the Freak Nation, and looking at that big fat freaking desk behind you. You got like 36 chairs. Is this the executive offices of the Andretti extravaganza?
I think I'm just overcompensating for not doing enough work. That's all that is.
Well done. Well done.
So on any given day, would there be you, Mario, and Michael, and maybe your sister in that office?
Well, no, this is actually, at my personal house. So I have, I run my real estate stuff out of here, and also like aviation, we have a charter business. So, we do a lot of stuff like that. And then obviously my desk is to talk to media and my engineers on the racing side.
Yeah. So much for that answer of, for me, not doing much back here, whatever. So you might not be racing in a cockpit as often as people remember, but you're still massively busy. What the heck? You have to be enjoying that, though, now that you have more time to focus on all of that. Yeah,
it's actually, now that I've have a little bit more limited schedule, I've been able to really dive into stuff and not micromanage, but at least, look at it more than just quarterly and stuff like that. So, it's been fun to try to be smart about retirement. Obviously, I've been blessed with a long professional career, but it doesn't last forever.
Okay, let's talk about
word.
Yeah, go for it, Stat. Go for it.
Fell on the table. All three of those desks back there. Retirement. Where did that come from? Where you felt comfortable in saying that?
Well, no, I mean, I never actually said that word. I just think being able to pretty much manipulate my schedule the way I want it is more like it. And, I still want to race cars. I still want to have fun. I still want to win the Indy 500. And so I could see, me being on the grid at Indy for a lot of years to come until I can tick that one off my box, which I feel I can. So, and just having other options to just smile and have fun and try to win different types of races and challenge myself in different sandboxes. It's been a blast. And, I would have said even at Slinger, if I didn't win the race, I would have had so much fun there. And that place is just so unique, and it's nothing like I've ever done before. I always said that track is one that I'm used to, like running on foot, the type of distances that. But yeah, it's really unique and fun.
Let me ask you, I hadn't planned on asking this, but it came into my head. You're having success, or at least you're smiling, after going into racing disciplines that don't have the Andretti name so solidly attached to it. Are you going to find that more comforting to be in a place where you don't have to live up to that Andretti name?
It's not only that, it's just being able to make it my baby and carve my own path and do things I want to do, I think is more like it. And if we can, keep the Andretti name successful and stuff we haven't touched, I think that's awesome. And I think, the future of Tony and Ray's series SRX is who knows? Because, I mean, the ratings are the ratings, and, we're lucky to be a part of it from a ground level, and just what a blast it is. And but yeah, to be able to be successful and win a couple heat races and a feature has been just a blast so far.
So you're basically taking the Andretti name back to basics. You're going back to what Mario did and just racing a bunch of different things to find your footing, to find what really makes you happy again, which is, let's be honest, everything just in a cockpit.
Yeah, I mean, the purity of driving I've always loved. There's just, a lot that comes with actually even driving for your father and stuff like that. And when it goes right, everything's fine. But when it goes wrong, it's all kind of double, it seems. But it's definitely, it's more refreshing, and I'm definitely a more laid back guy. I think if you ask anybody close to me, I've been really relaxed and just really loving the sport again. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Well, actually, the one person we need to ask is Marta. Would she say that?
Yeah, she would.
Good.
Marco Andretti joining us here in the Lucas Oil Studios. And Marco, do you miss the slapdick camaraderie with your IndyCar guys, whether it's Scott Dixon or Colton Herta or all those guys, be able to, cuss and drink beers and slobber on each other and tell stupid stories? Do you miss that at all?
We're way classier than you're making us sound. No, we're not, first of all. But there are actually a lot of them are trickling in for Sage Karam's wedding, and I got to host, most of them this weekend, and everybody's in tonight. Hinchcliffe, the Canons, the New Gardens. Connor's already probably still sleeping upstairs. So they'll all be at the pool, and then, I'll be having to feed them meals and bring them stuff the whole time. So,
Harsh.
Wow, Marco Andretti, several years ago, Tony Kanaan talked about bringing you in to Miami and working in the gym. We've known you since you were a teenager, and now we're looking at this grown man with a beard and biceps and a weight training. You still doing that? Did that become a part of your life?
I think this is just a tight shirt, but yeah, I've been working out. I do a lot of cardio. I do a lot of running and stuff like that. And he does a lot of long distance stuff. I do maybe shorter and a little bit quicker. So, I try to lift only like once a week because I like have the genes that Dad has. Like we just kind of puff up here, and you can't be too big to drive a race car. Maybe a stock car, but not an Indy car.
Hey, let me touch on that note. Now, Marco, do you realize how long you've been? We've been around for 21 years, Marco. Do you realize how long you've been coming in to the Freak Nation?
Well, I was just talking with one of my buddies, and they're like, we were talking about how long professionally. I'm going into my 17th Indy 500, and I'm about to pass Dad. I'm tied with Dad, which is crazy, but so yeah, for Indy 500 starts. But so that's professionally. But I've been racing competitively, for a quarter of a century. I mean, I do know how long, and you guys have been there from the jumps.
Well, hold on. Let me. We're all going to cringe,
No.
Marco. But let me flash back to when you were 15 years old.
Does it get tiring being an Andretti, or is there too much stress, or is it a lot of fun?
A little of both. There's always the stress behind it, but you can't think about it or you're not going to go fast. They ask that question a lot, and I guess you just have to put it behind you and just go do your thing. You can't keep thinking about the pressures of it or you're not going to go fast.
Do you get chicks, though, with the name?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, for the wrong reasons, though, sometimes.
Oh, God.
Who was that child? Holy smokes.
I don't even know where to start with that one. That's funny. But at least I had my guard up and I was looking for the right one that early, it seems like.
Yes, you were. Way to go, Marta.
Yeah, exactly.
You had no idea where to buy a beard in those days. Look at you, barely fit in that seat, dude. Hey, you were a child. Wow.
Pretty funny.
Was that Star Mazda? I think.
I was thinking it, yeah, probably.
It was Star Mazda at Sebring. You were 15 years old. I think you'd been on the radio show one or two times before, and you walk in and see us four sitting in those chairs that just what fell out of the freaking, for some people, hell, which what fell out of the sky. And you see us going, what the hell did I get myself into, man?
Like, is this big time motorsports? I made it.
There it is.
Hey, talk about the SRX, and you mentioned that in an earlier comment, how this is the way it's blowing up. TV ratings are bonkers. And all of you guys, whether you're in the 20s, 30s, or even 50s or 60s, are digging this series. What's so much damn fun about this for you guys?
Well, I think, firstly, for the fans, I think, credit to Ray and his team and Tony, they really listen to the fans because in the end of the day, we are paid as entertainers and we're catering to the fans. That's what we're doing. And so that makes it fun because we're actually going on Twitter. We're looking, okay, we got to make the numbers bigger. They want this, they want that. And they're actually reacting and doing it rather than almost acting like we know more than you type of thing. So it all comes down to the fans in the end of the day. So that's what makes it fun. I think just the purity of it, like show up, roll out there and see who can adapt the quickest is fun as well. And so, yeah, I mean, it just brings me back to the purity of just driving with a smile on my face. And it's been an absolute blast.
SRX aside, Do you feel that that's what racing needs or should be? Because that's been kind of a debate in NASCAR between the drivers and the sanctioning body recently. Are you guys as drivers entertainers, or are you there as athletes? Well, clearly you're athletes, but which one is the priority, entertainment or racing as a sport?
Well, I think it's about finding the balance to really pleasing your corporate sponsors and still having a voice, is my opinion, because, you know, if you become too PC and too robotic, to me, it's not interesting. I mean, people want to see Paul Tracy trying to fight people, and every you know, sport or every movie needs a villain, and so that's what makes it good. And he plays that part, and he knows he does, and it's a blast. So I think what is also intriguing about it is there's so many different ages for one, but different types of disciplines all meshed into one, and you know, champions in different sports and me. And, you know, I think it's been cool to be able to go against some of the best, even in stock cars, and be racing wheel to wheel with them. It's been awesome.
Okay, address that champions thing real quick, because why does it have to be a champion in the driver's seat in SRX? I mean, you've got Hallie Diggin, you've got a lot of other drivers that are coming in and out on their weekends. They're not champions. They're just having fun with you guys, but they still have a massive resume like you do.
It's about the following that we all bring, for sure. And I say champions, but we've all done our you know, fair share of winning championships, just maybe not at IndyCar, you know, in my opinion, or in my case. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's all about the different fan bases, and everybody brings their own. And I think you just put it a culmination into one, and then we actually put on a heck of a show, which in my opinion is pretty entertaining.
LeBron James, many years ago when he was at Miami, he tried that villain role. You mentioned villains in the entertainment world. Is there room for an Andretti and the villain side of the curtain?
Well, I try to stay out of that because I want to actually try to win the race. So, you know, you don't want to be caught up. I mean, I'm learning that etiquette as far as having fenders, because I'm used to being, you know, touching and it being a very, very bad thing in open wheel. So I'm actually learning to lean on guys to where you're still respected after the race and not pissing everybody off. And so, you know, I want to finish the race and have guys being like, good job, instead of, I'm going to get you next week, you know, because I want to go into Nashville trying to win it, not having 4 guys wanting to take me out, right? So it's about finding that balance of, oh, that was too much, you know, give and take. And that's been new and fun to me too. So I don't know if I play the villain role. I play the, you know, I have my opinion and I don't really care about, you know, certain others' role, but you know, I don't want to be that guy.
When you wreck a car in the SRX series, who gets the bill? Does Tony or Ray say, bro, you wrecked this thing? Marco, you've got to foot the freaking bill, Broham?
You know, what's funny is I'd rather foot the bill than have to hear from these guys after these races. So no, I'll get a text, you know, if I over revved an engine. And honestly, it's not even about the money. It's about putting these guys, you know, the crew guys. I said, next time I over rev an engine, I'll be there to change the engine with them, you know, because it's, you know, 6 races in a row, brand new series. They're thrown into it, and, you know, they're putting really good race cars together. So, yeah, no, it's more about the labor than anything.
Did you jump the gun last week to get that win?
I had a really, really good time to restart, and I heard him spin the tires, and I knew as soon as he spun the tires that I would have a shot at it. And then I also knew that they were going to say I jumped it because he spun the tires. So, I mean, it kind of made me look better than, you know, it would have, because I had the perfect drivability, and I almost in my head wanted to put the throttle down like there was an egg under it to nail that part of it. And I think I did a good job of it. And I think he spun the tires a little bit. So, you know, I did read a little bit of that, and you're gonna get that. I honestly, I don't win the race without the last yellow, but I think I did a pretty decent job from that yellow to the checker.
Dude, this is badass, man. You look happy. You look healthy.
Yes.
Look like you're enjoying things, right?
I am, yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
All right, bud. Go out and win another one. We'll get you back here in the Frick Nation.
Love it. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
See ya.
See ya.
All right. Take care.